The historical tower, it's called the Darahara Tower, very similar to Delhi's Qutub Minar in Kathmandu, a very popular destination. Now that's collapsed is what we're given to understand. That's the latest, that we're getting from Kathmandu, where Nepal's historical Darahara Tower that was constructed way back in 1832, historical significance today totally destroyed in the earthquake. We had those pictures, Arnab, that we brought in of the building or whatever remains of it, of this historical tower a short while ago. That tower has collapsed, and we're also getting in reports that are eight-story building has also collapsed. And as we speak, of course, this is in fact, let's just show our viewers, just getting that image of what remains of this historical Darahara Tower. If I can just ask my camera person to focus on this picture of what remains of this tower today. This tower, a historical tower constructed in 1832, it's down to rubbles. It's collapsed due to the earthquake, and this is what remains of it today.
I have some reports of some damage that has happened in India. I have reports of a building collapse in Agra. There are reports of a building collapse in Siliguri. I think we showed the pictures of the building collapse in Siliguri some time back. There were reports of some chaos in Varanasi after the earthquake. People were out at a political rally when a small political protest when the earthquake hit. But no damage there. Tremors reported from, once again I'm repeating, reports coming in from Patna, Lucknow, Kolkata, Jaipur, Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Nagpur and other cities. Nearly half an hour after the tremors, the aftershocks were felt again. And the aftershocks in India were felt around 12:20. So we got some reports that were coming in about 12, and then up to 12:20 we were getting reports of aftershocks. But Niranjan, from what the Director Seismology of the IMD told us, it appears that the aftershocks should really have been over by now at least. I mean, that would have already happened. And one quick update, the Air Force and helicopter assets on standby. This has come in from the spokesperson of the Ministry of Defence for any task given by the government.
The ground reports which are coming in, there is some grim details that have come to the fore. Reports are confirming that the main civil hospital in Kathmandu has confirmed that they have retrieved more than about 30 bodies. Now, so that's the grim part. But here's the heartening part. There are people who are stepping up in Nepal to try and help with the rescue work. There is treatment, in people who have picked up minor injuries, people who have just escaped the quakes, and they've come out to the street, just picked up some with debris flying around. They are all being treated on the streets. Now that's what people are doing. They are rallying around with each other, and they are trying to get give maximum aid as possible. The hospitals are also getting very, very overcrowded. So obviously this is a crisis situation, though, so some amount of panic is expected. But we are given to understand that a few hundred are still trapped somewhere around the Janki Devi temple in Nepal. That is in the debris and in the rubble. So that is another information that we are getting, and we are given to understand that even the national capital, Delhi, Arnab, has felt the shakes, and the LG himself has confirmed, according to reports, that some buildings have seen cracks and fissures, and they are also going to see what kind of damage has happened in and around the capital. Yes. So that's the update I have at my end. Back
the official confirmation on casualties is 100 that we have. Some TV channels reporting 150. Officially, however, getting a confirmation of 100. At this time, these casualty numbers are all very, 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 very tentative.
Well, Arnab, if I can interrupt you, just a Reuters flash which has come in just now. The Nepal police has said 108 dead in quake according to the initial estimate. So that's the latest statement we are getting. It's a Reuters confirmation which says Nepal police says 108 dead in quake according to the initial estimate.
Yes,
that's what they're saying.
Also right now, Sitanshu Kaur, who's spokesperson of India's Ministry of Defence, has also said the Indian Army Everest expedition team along with the Sherpas are safe. As far as Bhutan, we were getting some queries from Bhutan. The news reports that I have before me say that there were tremors which were felt in Thimphu in Bhutan, but there were no reports of any major damage or casualties that happened there. There was one news report, Anand, about 10 people feared dead in Bihar after the severe earthquake, but we don't have an official confirmation of that. However, we have information about 2 people who had died in Bihar after the incident, and there was a separate confirmation of a building collapse in Siliguri, for which we had some details.
The first video that's emerging from Kathmandu that shows the extent of damage. The first pictures coming in from Kathmandu different media reports coming in and different viewer videos. And Mr. Bhandari, we're getting the first video in fact from Kathmandu that shows the kind of damage that was witnessed this morning, and first-person accounts, several first-person accounts emerging of what really happened there. 7.9 on the Richter scale. We know that's high magnitude. Getting in some first-person accounts, and to our viewers who are joining us, these are the first moving images of what happened this morning. Pranay Kamal, a senior graphics designer currently living in Kathmandu with his family. He was outside the house when the quake hit. Here's his first-person account of the earthquake, taking our viewers through some of the different media reports that are emerging. Pranay Kamal, a senior graphics designer, taking us through what he saw this morning when the quake hit. Here's what he says. He said, the maid and my daughter, who's 2.5 years old, were on the 15th floor when the quake hit. The apartment where he stays, Sun City Apartments in Kathmandu, started to crack. They came down in a panic. All the elevators were jammed. He was outside the building, but he fell down by the wayside because of the shaking. My knees just gave away. I couldn't believe it. Some of the first-person accounts that are emerging from Kathmandu. He says, all around me, people were screaming, running for safety. The plaster was falling off the buildings. A number of people started jumping out of the first and second floors to save themselves. Some of the first-person accounts that are coming in from Kathmandu, he says, we were out in the open now, but the aftershocks are still continuing.
Tremors felt across North India, the epicenter being at Pokhara in Nepal, 80 km east of Pokhara in Nepal. Our viewers and several citizens there telling us that they experienced tremors for close to 60 seconds. The Richter scale has registered 7.7 magnitude. Of course, there has been no warning earlier to this effect that there was going to be an earthquake of this magnitude. Across North India, several cities felt those tremors. To Samya now, who joins me from New Delhi. Yes, Samya, if you could give us a personal account of what exactly you experienced when the tremors took place.
Well, we felt the tremor somewhere around, let's say some 20 minutes to 30 minutes away. It lasted for over 45 seconds, which is quite a long period of time. The epicenter is expected to be in Nepal. It's somewhere 80 kilometers east of Laljung area. And having said that, this is not the first time around that this entire belt of North India, in places like Punjab, Jharkhand, Haryana, India, Bengal, and all these areas have felt the tectonic movement, because there have been occasions in the past as well where the tectonic movement have led to tremors. But 7.5 on the Richter scale is quite a high a magnitude for the tremors. So far there has been no reports of the damage or any such loss that has been suffered due to the tremors so far, but it was not predicted. There was no such forecast for any of these tremors so far that the Met Department had issued in this regards. But definitely this is not the first time around. The Delhi and this Haryana and the North Indian belt has always been affected, whether at all the epicenter have been out of India. Earlier also we had seen something similar had happened when the epicenter was around Pakistan somewhere, and right now it's in Nepal. That has been confirmed. 7.5 Richter on the Richter scale is quite a high magnitude for the tremors to be felt here in Delhi.